Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me?
Hi everyone, welcome to another Fill Your Freezer Friday video. I really hope that you're enjoying these videos that are coming out every Friday and they're giving you some ideas and some variety for your freezer. Today I've got a meal for the kids to freeze because I am getting to the point where I'm taking out chicken nuggets or pies or tenderloins, things like that if they're really hungry, you know, on the spot. And I just want to make them something a little bit more filling and something that they always request. So I've made that today. I've also made another couple of meals. I've also made a loaf for the lunch boxes as well today. So the freezer is getting to the point now where it's getting pretty full. So next week's video is going to be a little bit of a different Fill Your Freezer Friday video because I probably don't need to do as much baking next week, but or cooking. But yeah, I'm really happy with what we've got at the moment. We haven't been eating a lot of the meals. We've only sort of got through one of the meat loaves and things like that. So this week we're definitely going to start eating some of those foods and change it up a little bit. But I really hope you enjoy today's Fill Your Freezer Friday video, and thanks again for watching. Thanks everyone. The first recipe today will be a macaroni and cheese for my kids. I just thought it'd be a really good thing to have in the freezer because they love this. So I just got those containers from Woolworths. I bought them for a different sort of a meal, but they came quite small. So I kept them for the macaroni and cheese. And I did end up making 6 of these for the freezer, and they won't be able to eat all them. So probably I've made 12 all up, 12 servings. So I'm just going to boil the macaroni as normal here. And then I'm just going to make a white sauce, like a bechamel sauce. And I am going to add some cheese to it. I hope you enjoy this part of the video.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb, a tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right through me that day. I was lost in space, but you pulled me down and wiped away those cloudy thoughts. I could see the sky when you were close to me. I can't believe what you brought. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted.
With that bechamel sauce that I just made in the previous meal, you do have to really keep stirring it. And sometimes when it gets too hot, I do lift it up above the hot plate so it doesn't get chunks in it or get lumpy. But it can be a mission sometimes to make bechamel cheese sauce. So now I'm just going to do a bit of baking. I'm making a greens moist date loaf. A lot of these date loaves that you get in the packet, you have to look at the backs of because they can have nuts in them. Sometimes I've bought these and they've had walnuts in them. The kids are not allowed to take any sort of or any form of nut to school. So some of these packet mixes you really do have to read the back of. This one didn't have it in it, so it's just dates. But it turned out really good for a packet mix. It was really easy to make. Yeah, and it was definitely moist.
You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around. I will always remember it. How you got me off the battleground. How you got me off the battleground. Yeah. You took it, you took it. Took away my loneliness, so I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted.
So I've made really good sized portions of macaroni and cheese here. Like I said before, the containers are quite big for one child. So definitely 2 meals out of one container. So there's 12 meals here. Cost hardly anything to make. And I probably will put a bit of tomato sauce on it when I serve it up to them. And you can always put some more cheese on it too if it's not cheesy enough. I didn't put a lot of cheese in this. I just made it more like a bechamel sauce with a bit of cheese. But you can always add more cheese later. The date loaf now has cooled down and it's ready to get put into these snap lock bags. These are the ones I bought from Kmart. Check out my last Kmart haul because this is where I got them from. I really love the Kmart ones. They're a good size. These are the extra large bags. I also got a smaller size bag as well. But I've used the other ones and I'm still using the other ones after about 6 months and they work, they clip, they're great in the freezer. So yeah, I'm always going to buy these as long as they're in stock at Kmart. But I'm just going to cut this down into little square pieces now because I know that sort of fits the bento lunchbox and everything sort of revolves around the bento lunchboxes with the kids because, you know, the sizes of the area in the bento boxes aren't very big and you do have to sort of make them smaller. But what I did do with this is once I took it out of the freezer, I cut it in half again and put some butter in the middle of it so it wasn't dry. But it was a moist cake, but my youngest likes butter on things. So I put a bit of butter in the middle of it and I cut it again so into like bite-sized pieces. So it worked really well. And yeah, and I just pop it into this. You can wrap it up with cling wrap. I'm not sure that will probably keep it fresher, but I'm just going to put it all into the Ziploc bag. So while I'm at it, I thought I might as well cook dinner tonight. So I'm making like a minced chow mein. I noticed that you can, if you don't eat meat, this is a good one for just mushrooms and vegetables as well. And I don't think you would really miss the meat in this, to be completely honest. Like, I would really like to try that one day, just the mushrooms and the vegetables with the chow mein. But yeah, so I've just got around about 1 kilo of mince. I'm not even 1 kilo there, I don't think. I've just thrown it in and I'm just going to fry that up. And then I've got one of those packets of stir-fry mix that I picked up from Aldi. They are great. They've got onion in them. They've got cabbage in them. I'll show you in a minute on the back of the packet what's in there. And it's unbelievable for the price. So it's not even worth chopping the vegetables up yourself, even though I do like doing that. But, you know, it's so easy if you don't have much time. I'm just using a packet of 2-minute noodles as well. Here's a stir-fry mix here. And it's even got corn in it and everything. So that's all just going in. If I would have had a bigger processor, I would have chopped this up in smaller pieces for the kids. It was a little bit coarse, I found. All right for adults, but you would get like a smaller portion of it if you sort of chop it up in the processor. But, you know, it was a great mix. And, yeah, I'm just going to add this all together and then I'll put the flavouring with it as well. I'm not going to freeze this, but obviously you could freeze it if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure, you know, like the vegetables there could freeze. I'm not sure if you could, but I'm not going to freeze it. We're going to have that tonight for dinner. But I just thought I would show you what we're having for dinner and, you know, if you wanted to make this sort of an option for you to freeze as well. If you didn't want to use the pre-packet there and you're not sure if you could freeze all those vegetables, you could just cut up the cabbage and the carrot and the onion yourself. But I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be a problem freezing the vegetables.
Or would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when...
The next thing I'm making is some enchiladas, but I'm just going to bake them in the oven. This is a lot easier, I find, for a family, instead of making them separately and folding them up and doing all that. So I'm just going to do it all at once. I always make it this way. I used to just put a heap of rice on the base of the enchiladas as well, but because I'm freezing it, I'm not sure how that will go, because sometimes it can dry out when you put it in the oven. But it's really nice to have the rice like the enchiladas on a bed of rice. But I'm not doing that today. I'm going to put a lot of vegetables in this today. So I've just got zucchini, carrot, onion, and I'm also going to put mushrooms in it. This is another meal that you can make without the mince, and I think it doesn't need it when you've got the mushrooms. It wouldn't miss it at all. But I'm just going to chop up all the vegetables. I'm going to fry the onion and the mushrooms and all that first, just to get the mushrooms like a little bit browner. And so I'm just going to put all the wraps in the silver tray that I've got over there. They're going to go into the freezer. And the black tray there is going to be for dinner tonight. So I'm trying to, have dinner organised as well. This is the next day that I'm making this. I just want to get dinner done. The kids are going to be home and I just want to have it done. So I thought this was good. Just make 2 batches of it. I'm going to be using 2 packets of the enchiladas. These were cheap. These are like $2 a packet at Aldi. It's such a cheap meal to make, and while you're at it, like if I would have had another packet of it, I would have extended the meat probably even further by putting maybe another thing of tomato sauce in there or adding some more vegetables, and I could have made another tray of these. I really wanted to just make some separate ones of these, but I'll probably do that next time because I like to just have one maybe for lunch sometimes. But this time I've just made like a batch of it for the family, and we can take them out and have, a couple each. And the good thing about these throwaway baking trays is that I can just bake the whole lot into the oven when it comes out of the freezer.
With her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow
So what I do when I'm baking these is that I roll them up quite tightly and try and squeeze as many as I can into the pan. I really did want to try and get the 8 in, all squeezed in together, but that wasn't really going to happen. So you'll see in a minute that I do have to sort of do another layer of them, and at first I was just going to put them all on top of each other. Then I realized I probably should put some cheese and salsa in between the layers. I only had a couple more to put on the top of the bottom ones anyway, but you know, I have got a heap of these trays. I got these from Bunnings, and I think we get about 10 or more for $10, something like that. They're a really good price. They're a really, really good size for lasagnas. If you want to give a neighbour a meal, you don't have to worry about not getting the container back. They're just great throwaway sort of things to use occasionally, maybe at a barbecue, but this is going to be popped in the freezer, and yeah, they're just really good to have as a standby. But I didn't want to use 2 of them. I don't want to be wasteful, so I just want to use 1. So as you can see, I'm sort of layering it first, and then realize I probably should put some cheese and salsa in between. I'm just using the cheap salsa mix here, and because the mince mixture that I made didn't have a taco seasoning, I didn't have any in the house, so it definitely needed a little bit more flavor. And so just buying these salsa jars for about $1.50, $1.60. They're great in these meals, and you know, they've got the onion, they've got the capsicum, they've got everything in it. You can even add it to the mince if you wanted to. I usually do that as well, but I just wanted to make it a little bit moist, the enchiladas. And then yeah, and the juice will sort of run through all the bread as well. I am going to put alfoil on top of these because I don't want to dry them out to the point where they just get really, really crunchy and they break your teeth. So they will go into the oven for a while with the alfoil on them. At the end, I will take the alfoil off and brown them just slightly. But it's really good getting a big batch of these. Next time, I would like to just make the mushroom ones. Yeah, they're really great for a family meal as well. Thanks everyone for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some ideas for the freezer. And I'll see you next Friday with another Fill Your Freezer Friday. Thanks everyone. Bye.